Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Cosmic Circus review. My name is Vin. With me is Cam.
Hi again. I keep coming back. They can't let me go.
Yeah,
So
exactly. All right. Today we're reviewing the new Naked Gun. Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow. Support us on Patreon. Just a few dollars a month helps support the channel, helps support the work we're doing here, and you'll receive exclusive access to our Discord server, mailbag, and questions, super access, new content. Wow, it's cool.
yeah, I've heard there's a lot of good stuff on there. So please check it out.
All right, so The Naked Gun 2025, directed by Akiva Schaffer, written by Dan Gregor, Doug Mand, Akiva Schaffer, starring Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Danny Huston. Running time, only 85 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect for a Naked Gun film. I think
yeah.
the others are the same or something like that. So
Yeah. Just
yeah,
this morning, I watched the first one for the first time, and it's also like 84, like the
yeah,
exact
yeah,
same.
yeah.
So let's start there, Cam. What's your history with The Naked Gun?
My history is like you very recently watched Naked Gun. Like I watched it a couple of days before I went to see the new one. But I
Okay.
have been like there with spoof films. Like I've watched Aeroplane like
Mhm,
loads, like over years ago. So I know about Leslie Nielsen. I know all of
mhm,
like the kind of comedy to expect and everything. So, but
mhm.
yeah, I've watched the two. I need to watch the third Naked Gun
Okay.
film. But I've seen the first two like before I went to see the new one. So and kind
Okay.
of was like it helped because obviously some of the jokes in the new one are like to do with some of the stuff in the older one.
Mhm,
So yeah,
mhm. I noticed that when I was watching the first one, because I watched it after, it in some ways the new film is almost like a remake,
yeah,
but it's also like fresh. It's almost like a Force
yeah,
Awakens of
yeah, exactly.
the
Like
Naked
they
Gun. Yeah.
brought the best bits into the new one to kind of like and you've got like the legacy with it being his son and all of that. So that was very enjoyable.
But it's not in a way where it feels like it feels boring or like a
Yeah,
retread.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's not even like Star Wars where it's like is history repeating itself. Like
yeah,
and a
yeah,
series like this, I think it's so funny and so clever that how self-aware and reverential it is. Like they literally look at the camera sometimes,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Great.
That bit in the new one where like OJ Simpson's son is looking at just looks to the camera and it's like yeah. Because when I watched the first one, I didn't know he was in it, and I was like, oh, it's OJ Simpson, like great. So
Yeah. I didn't know that was the actor for OJ Simpson on the photo. So
yeah,
when they
yeah,
did that, I didn't quite get the joke. And then I watched the first one, and then I connected all the dots. I'm like, oh, I get it now.
yeah. Because I
Yeah.
thought it was interesting because you've seen it after and I've seen it before, so obviously I got a bit more stuff than you, like the Weird Al stuff. I thought because I imagine if you just watched the new one, you'd be like, why have they got Weird Al in this? But then
Yeah, I
you
was
know,
like, what is this Weird Al Renaissance? But it's even better, like going back and watching. Yeah, so it's like watching Star Wars out of order or
yeah,
something.
exactly, yeah, yeah.
Uh, as much as you can, Cam, what would you say is like the story of this new movie? What is it about? Or
It's
this new movie and
basically
the franchise overall? Yeah.
yeah. Well, the whole franchise is there's a special police department of the LAPD called Police Squad, which Leslie Neal's character Frank,
Hmm.
I've already forgotten the last name.
Drebin?
Drebin,
Drebin?
that's it. Frank
Hmm.
Drebin, and then Frank Drebin Jr. in the next one. So that's just they just basically go around solving like it's a spoof on police dramas and films and all of that kind of thing. So there's always like a murder to solve. There's like, in the typical James Bond thing, you have like big overarching villains. Like in
Hmm.
this new one, it's like a tech giant that's the villain. So like, kind of your Elon Musk type,
Right.
with
Yeah.
the electric cars and all of that sort of stuff. So, and then I thought his head of
Uh,
security looked so much like Elon Musk. Like I thought that was like,
mhm.
crazy. But
With white hair. Yeah.
yeah, the one with white hair. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what's he doing here? But yeah, so in the new one, they have to basically solve Frank Drebin Jr. gets put on the case to solve a murder because
Hmm.
he botched up this bank job apparently at the start of the film where he's like a little schoolgirl and he has to like take the takes his mask
Oh,
off
good.
like
Yeah.
spoof of all the spy films. So thought that
Yeah.
was amazing because that's the beauty of a police squad. It's like even though like he's like supposedly a really serious cop, like everyone else in the film is just not serious, so that
Hmm.
makes it good. And then basically it like gets intertwined because you find out that the guy in the car crash that he goes to find is the part of what happened with the bank job. And then you have Pamela Anderson, who's the dead guy's sister, and she's there, and she's like the big love interest in this, which I thought was sort of nice that they got like similar people, because you've got Pamela Anderson, and then the other one you have Priscilla Presley. And then you've got Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson, like similar names, which I also thought, don't know if was like done on purpose, that they have similar
your
names.
brain, I didn't even think about that.
Like Liam Neeson, that kind of thing. So yeah, and then it's just like they've just mashed together all of like the best bits from the most recent like sort of police spoofs and spy films and that kind of thing. Like there's jokes from like there's a really funny Mission Impossible Fallout like sequence where it's the like, did you get all that? And then they're in like this fake hospital which is from Mission Impossible Fallout. And then he's like, did you get all that? And then what? And then then the next one goes up because he's getting laughed out loud. There were so many just really good, like, I'm so rubbish at explaining it because I feel like there is a plot but there kind of isn't. It's just like a load of really funny bits stuck together.
That's how these 1980s comedies were. Like, this is such a wonderful like return to this type of comedy that we just stopped making. We just don't have these anymore. But there was a whole like decade where you had non-stop comedies like this. For me, I've seen Airplane, and for me, a big point of reference for this also was Pink Panther.
Yes.
Have you seen those? Because I love those old Pink Panther movies, and I felt it more with Liam Neeson than with Leslie Nielsen. I really felt this was kind of like, I was like, oh, so this is like American Pink Panther with airplane style spoof humor. I just love, because I had no idea what to expect. I had no point of reference. I didn't know anything going in. I was just like, the trailer looked funny. I don't know. And I just loved it, man. I just really, really liked it.
It was really nice to be in like a theater with other people laughing at a film instead of like, the kind of like humor you get in modern films where it's just like every, like this was literally probably a joke every 45 seconds. Like if it was in the background, if it was said, all of that kind of thing.
I was laughing from the very beginning because the opening of the movie, for me, it felt like it was an homage to the Dark Knight's opening. And even the music is the same, everything's the same. And I was cackling in my theater, and I felt like the other people didn't quite get it yet. And then as the scene went on, then more people started laughing, and it just kind of opened up. And then the theater at first, it was all very quiet and stiff, and then the music turns on, and I'm like, hold on a second, I've seen this movie.
And that that was the whole thing. Like it's like, oh my god, that's from that film. Like the whole sequence, where Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson end up on that weekend away, and then they resurrect the dead, and like it gets put into a snowman, from that like Jack Frost film, and then the snowman tries to kill them. I thought that was just so well done. It's just like they just bring out like the craziest things, but it's just there to make you laugh. So,
and I really appreciate is that it's an old school style comedy, but now we have all these new films. There's a whole new generation of movies they can make fun of now.
Exactly.
It was such a rich text of like references and things. One of the favorite jokes that stuck out to me was in the police office where they have the cold cases.
And it's just like guy bringing out.
I couldn't hold my. It was so funny. And just in the background, cold cases, and it's just a freezer.
Free. And my favorite was when they just kept being handed coffee at like the random intervals, like when he's like in the middle of the freeway or the road or whatever, he just gets handed a coffee
through the air.
Give him a coffee. And then like gets a bigger coffee every
he drops the coffee. What do you even say for the plot? There is a parallel. Again, it parallels the first movie in a lot of ways. But I also appreciated how they deviate, and they have like independent, respective plots. But there's some jokes. It's like, we know what you came for. I want to ask you, since we both watched these in quick succession, but you watched one, then the new one, and I watched the new one, then one. Which one do you like better?
I think personally for me, you can't beat the old one, because that one I was like laughing at, like, there's some like really good stuff in that one. Like I love the new one, like that would be my second, because I think the thing with the Naked Gun ones is, even though they're all very funny, like the other two sequels just don't quite hit the same as but this one I would, like the new one I would put in second place to the first Naked Gun. So but like I just it's just somewhere like that, when you've got OJ Simpson's character like getting beat up every 5 minutes, and like he's in the hospital, and then like he's gets flung, it's just like ugh. And then you had that
really
whole
funny
bit
in retrospect.
watching
that in 2025 was very funny.
yeah
What did you? Maybe controversial. Between the two Naked Gun actors, who did you like better, Leslie Nielsen or Liam
Oh
Neeson?
my God. I think Liam Neeson did a very good job. Like, because when you go and see a Liam Neeson film, it's usually
Mhm.
like action. He's very serious and all of
Yeah.
that. So I thought his like deadpan sort of humor worked. But obviously with Leslie Nielsen, like you've got Airplane that he's in and all of that. Like I don't know what else he's been in, Leslie Nielsen,
But
Naked
he's
Gun,
been
but
like a supporting character in so
yeah,
many
yeah,
of this great comedy. His facial expressions are
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
Um, Liam Neeson brings something else. I think, like you said, like he has a seriousness,
yeah, yeah,
and that's what makes the juxtaposition so funny. For me, because I watched the new one first and with no expectation, so I fell in love with that first one,
yeah,
the,
yeah,
the new one. I mean, and then when I watched the first one, I was like, oh, this is cool, and I could appreciate the history of it. But for me, I guess it's like if you watch New Hope after Force Awakens,
yeah, yeah,
and you're like, okay, I get it. I can appreciate how this was like revolutionary or fantastic then, but the new one is mine.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel kind of bad for that. Like, I'm supposed to like the old one because that's the first one, but for me, this new one is my Naked
Yeah,
Gun
I mean, it has
already.
been like,
Yeah,
40 years in between,
yeah,
so it's plenty of time for the
yeah,
new generation to sort of really enjoy the new Naked Gun, which I hope they do because, I would like more. Like, that's
yeah.
the thing now. We've got this cast that we can bring because,
Hmm.
it probably won't take long to make. Like, we've got
Hmm.
so many amazing comedy writers. Like, apparently, I heard that Seth MacFarlane, like
Hmm.
Family Guy creator, helped out on the new one, which I
Hmm.
think you could see in the film because I thought there was some very similar jokes to some stuff they've done on Family Guy, like where Liam looks around at naming a character and he like chooses. And then you've got that bit in Family Guy where
What
Peter
was
does
that?
the same. It
Spaghetti,
was like cherries.
Cherry Roosevelt spaghetti,
Yeah,
fat bozo chowing spaghetti.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then you've got the bit in Family Guy where Peter, like, he's like P, Tia, and then the griffin flies across the screen. So I thought they were going to go that route and just have him like give a character, but I appreciated what they did. And
Oh,
then I
what a
thought that
delight.
whole
Yeah.
bit with Pamela Anderson doing that whole jazz like scat
Hmm.
routine was like comment. Like she just went. I'm so glad they just let actors like just go off
Yeah.
the rails with this kind
Oh,
of stuff. Like,
I had such a blast. I had no idea what I was watching. I was like, I thought the trailer looked funny, but sometimes the movie just doesn't live up
yeah,
to it.
yeah, yeah,
And this area is like, I cannot believe what I'm watching. I love this so much. And I was like, surely, like, this won't click for everybody.
yeah,
And then I come home and everyone loves it.
yeah.
It's like,
That's the one thing you're guaranteed. It's like you, even if you don't laugh at every joke, you're gonna laugh at least like 5 or 10.
ah. And it just makes you wonder, like, why did we stop
Yeah,
making these?
yeah, like why, like they're cheap to make, like you can put them out in the cinema theater whenever, like, I want to be watching one every year, like every 6 months or something, like they
Yeah, we
just
don't
need to
need
get
to,
back on it.
we don't need to dump like $300 million
Yeah,
into a bad superhero movie if you can just put like 50 million and just make me laugh.
yeah,
I mean,
that's all that matters. Yeah,
there's things for everything, but like I love this year that we had this a movie like this, which is bringing back an old franchise, but just making it fresh and
yeah,
accessible.
yeah,
Final Destination Bloodlines did the same thing with an old franchise, bring it back fresh, but also respecting the past also. And I just love that maybe it's because Marvel's like sputtering out a little bit. So now other studios just trying to see what else can we do.
yeah,
And it's now our time to like take advantage of this vacuum a little
yeah,
bit,
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
at least until DC takes over.
yeah, yeah. And I was going to say, especially because, we've had like, what, 15 years of like Marvel humor now, which kind of
Mhm.
like, it's not for everyone. It can wear you down sometimes, like
Mhm.
those kind of jokes. So
Yeah.
it's nice that they're sort of investing in comedy that's, designed to get a laugh out of absolutely everyone that goes to watch it. Like, even if, you're not really like a big sort of spoof movie fan, like, you're going to laugh at some of like the absurdity of it anyway.
And I like that the new one and the first one, they also have like commentary like relevant to their time,
Yeah,
relevant
yeah,
to when they came out. Like there's it's not just like a dumb comedy. There's actual like they're trying to say some things with it
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Uh there's that gag with the electric car when it's driving off and
Yeah, and
the
it just
door
pulls
opening and
everything out of the
closing and
wall. Yeah,
oh, great stuff, right? Like you said,
yeah,
it's Elon Musk satire, which hits very hard in
yeah, yeah,
2025.
yeah.
Yeah. So you want more of these, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like already, you got the old third trilogy, so you could happily like, there's plenty of like more modern films you can like spoof on. Like you've got all the recent James Bonds you can spoof on. There's all the Mission Impossibles. Like they did that amazing sequence from Fallout, but we need now, they could do something with like, taking off loads of masks or whatever, that kind of thing, or something like so. I just think there's so much like potential they can do. Like hopefully people go and see this one so that they can
Yeah.
get to work on another one because I just want more.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of gags, in the opening, because I was just thinking about the masks and all that. In the
Yeah.
opening, there's one scene where like a guy gets shot, and Liam Neeson picks up the guy and is using him as like
Yeah,
like a
and
shield.
it's just a
And
dummy. Yeah,
it's just a dummy.
yeah,
It's
they
very
do that
obviously
so
just
much.
a
Like,
dummy.
yeah,
Like it's self-aware about what the
yeah,
movie is. Oh, just
yeah, because
brilliant.
that's one of my favorite bits in like the first Naked Gun is where they're like walking through a room and Leslie Nielsen just walks outside of the wall because you can tell it's the set. I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite bit.
Oh, like it's a breath of fresh air. Like you said,
Yeah,
it's so different
yeah,
from the typical like Marvel humor that I guess we've been used to, and even and I mean now you don't even get like Seth Rogen comedies anymore. Seth
yeah.
Rogen's
No,
making the
yeah.
studio,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Like
So
everyone seems to have like left comment. I suppose that, whether or not it's like times, that there's nothing to
mhm.
laugh at anymore or something like that. But hopefully, like this will inspire people. Like, need people to. 'Cause I think it's made like, did it open to like 15 million or something like that? So I think it's done quite well. Like
I think
for
let me check. I think it's
yeah.
already at 30
Okay.
million. It's a
See,
30,
that's yeah,
30
that's
million.
really good nowadays for like a
Yeah.
smaller film. So
Budget was 42.
yeah,
Box office right now is 30.
perfect.
And
Yeah.
it's been just a few days.
Yeah,
You know.
to literally like this weekend pretty much. So
Yeah. Was there anything you didn't like in the movie?
what I didn't like, I think there was probably just because I'm not American, there was a few jokes that didn't quite land for
Yeah.
me, like some of the stuff about like sports or like that kind of thing. I was just like, I don't really, but that's like some things you can live with. I felt like the character of I forget what the actor's name is, the one that's like Frank's friend, the son of the captain from the
Ed
first one.
Hawkins Jr.
Ed, yeah. I thought he could have like had a bit more or something like that. Like I would have liked him to have been like another captain type because obviously we had like the mayor with that like the police chiefs. I wish he like police chief and mayor or something like.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he like went into her office and then he was in a bedroom at one point, like
Oh,
speaking.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that bit with the
yeah.
husband as well,
And the
like being
husband's
asleep.
sleeping the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just felt like we just needed a bit more from maybe some of the side. And like I would have liked to have seen more of like, the OJ Simpson's son in the film. Like he could have had like a few like just
Yeah,
sort of
because he
just
mainly
like
just has that one
yeah,
gag.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they could have had him in the background or something, just like maybe like make a spoof on the car chase or something like that, But
Fold them in half,
yeah, yeah,
like they
exactly.
did with the
Yeah,
dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was cool seeing Paul Walter Hauser after just seeing him last week.
Yeah,
In
yeah, I was
Fantastic
gonna
Four.
say, yeah, like
To
he's
see him
had two
again.
sort of comedic
Yeah.
roles there.
Yeah. Big
Um,
summer for Paul Walter Hauser.
yeah, yeah. all those Paul Waterhauser fans living
Yeah.
right now.
I don't I don't remember there's anything I didn't like really. It looks good. The music is good, which is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
surprising.
I
Like
thought
how
the
well
music
made
was
is it?
very good. Like there was a lot
Yeah,
of like actiony music in there, and
yeah.
I'm glad they like kept the old sort of theme tune like right at the end kind of thing. Um,
Oh, I didn't notice that. I guess because
yeah,
I didn't know it beforehand. The plot is stupid, but it fits. It's like
yeah,
Joy Police. Like at the beginning of the movie, when they reveal he opens the safe and he takes out the PLOT
yeah,
device.
yeah.
I was like,
That
oh my
was like
God,
laughing
I'm
already.
locked
I was
in.
like, it's going to be this kind of
I was
film.
like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, I'm here for it. Uh, yeah, I think it's hard to dislike a movie like
It
this.
is, yeah, like there's nothing that ever really sticks out and you're like, oh, don't ever do that again. It's just like you just want more of this and like, make it even more.
Yeah. The body cam joke was so funny with the
Yeah,
chili dogs, and
yeah,
the body cam becomes a vlog of his
yeah.
day.
And he's just like, he's like sick of himself and then he eats even more, even though he knows he's going to be like ill.
Ah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Maybe the thing with the police chief and the husband of the bed. Maybe that was it went on a little too long. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just And now we're just kind of nitpicking what jokes didn't
Yeah,
like him.
exactly. Yeah, but like you still laughed a lot. Like even if some of them didn't quite land for you or
Yeah.
whatever, like they landed for someone else. Like those people laughing at bits I wasn't laughing at, and all of that kind of
Yeah.
other stuff. So
And what you can appreciate about that is like imagine if a kid's watching this
yeah,
and they enjoy like 10% of the joke, 20%. Then they come back as an adult and they appreciate more. And
yeah,
every time you
yeah,
come back,
yeah.
you're gonna notice little things in the background, little jokes that you didn't notice before.
Yeah, like I just I can't wait to watch it again already. Like need it to come out on like digital and like DVD and all that. So so I
Like
can
if
just
you
watch it and rewatch it.
right, like if you think about Airplane, what you mentioned at the beginning,
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time you watch Airplane, you probably notice new jokes that you
yeah,
haven't seen
yeah,
before. You know, Don't Call Me Shirley. Those things become just part of the culture.
yeah,
It becomes
yeah.
so classic. Like these recurring jokes. Yeah, delightful movie. Really
Yeah,
nice.
it was very good. I would have liked to have maybe like because I know Priscilla Presley was in the new one at like a 2-second cameo, like you see her on camera, like when
Okay.
the like during the wrestling bit, like I think you see her at the end. So maybe like I would have liked a line or two from her or something, or like he could have gone because obviously when there's that bit where he falls down the stairs, like she's on the phone to him, like it might have been nice to have her maybe a bit of something with her or something like that, but.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, that's all I can think of. Like literally, like we say, we're just nitpicking now, so I'll keep quiet.
No, I'm just trying to. No, it's good. It's
Yeah,
so good.
yeah,
I
it
loved
is.
at the end. There's the part where there's like the whole crowd of people, and then he has the guns. I'm like,
Yeah,
what's he gonna do? Shoot them all?
yeah,
But
and he
no, he doesn't.
just
It's
kicks
just
the ammo at them. Yeah,
it's so ridiculous. But especially, I think in this era of superheroes, they're like, okay, let's just go full. 'Cause,
yeah,
the
yeah,
the bank robbery at the beginning, he's like a superhero, and I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
oh, I didn't know he has superpowers. No, he doesn't have superpowers, but it's almost like a commentary. In some ways, it's a commentary on the superhero stuff also.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, great. I'm so happy they did this. And like, it's the kind of rare movie where like it sounds great on paper, but there's no way it would actually happen. There's no way all
yeah,
these right,
yeah,
the stars would align the right way.
yeah,
Liam
yeah.
Neeson would be on board. And for me, I liked Liam Neeson better than Leslie,
Yeah, I can see.
which,
Like, if I think
yeah.
when if they manage to get another couple of films out, like
Mhm.
can really see him sort of being up there with sort of all like the all timer sort of spoof actors and all of this kind of thing. So
Because I think Leslie Nielsen is like, he's trying to be funny and
yeah,
he's like looking at the camera
yeah,
being funny, but Liam Neeson is like so
yeah. Because
serious.
that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
in the interviews, Liam Neeson said he's just playing it seriously, like it's as if it's just like another action film kind of thing,
For me,
which I really enjoyed.
that made it even funnier.
Yeah,
That made
yeah,
it even better. So I'm so excited to see this, like the new potential of this franchise. I hope they
yeah.
keep going with it.
Exactly.
Great. Can you think of another old franchise you would like them to resurrect?
You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing another aeroplane now, maybe something like that. Like, obviously it's in the same sort of thing, and you can like, there's been that many like, disaster movies nowadays
Mhm.
that you can
Mhm.
like happily make plenty
Sure.
more spoofs about that kind of thing. Because I know they're redoing Scary Movie, and there's a new one of
Really?
those next year or something like
Really?
that. They've got like some of the old writers back and that kind of thing. So obviously, it's like you say, it's been 20
Mhm.
years between had so many great horror
Yeah.
films, you've had so many great comedy films, that kind of thing, like I don't know what else I would like them to redo, but there'll be plenty plenty for them to do.
I have a guilty pleasure. Did you ever hear of the movie Master of Disguise?
No, I have not
I
seen that.
loved that movie as a kid. Someone gave it to me as a birthday present when I was like 7. I love that movie. It's so funny. Then you look on Rotten Tomatoes, and I will check right now. This is important. Master of Disguise. This is really important. Rotten Tomatoes is a 1%.
1%, oh my
A
god.
1%. When I was a kid, it was my favorite movie.
Yeah.
It is so funny. It's Dana Carvey from SNL.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
just
yeah,
playing. He's playing a master of disguise. So he keeps putting on disguises through the movie, but he pretends to be different characters, and he spoofs so much. It's so funny. 1%. That's
yeah. I mean,
legendary.
well, that just shows that they could happily do another one, and it'll be
Yeah,
better than
I
hopefully.
would. I would love. I would love for someone to like recapture that energy and do
Yeah,
it again.
yeah,
They would need a new actor, but somebody who can be versatile enough to play 50
yeah,
different characters.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I I love that movie as a kid. I'm scared to rewatch it now, but
Yeah, now
but
you know it's
yeah,
1%, but Just leave it. Just leave it as your childhood memories. Like, don't ruin it for yourself.
Yeah, good. All right, man. Anything else?
I think we've covered everything. Like, I can't, it's just,
Yeah.
please go and watch it. I mean, I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't seen it, but go and watch it. Go watch it again. Go watch it again.
I'm thinking I might go watch it again this week. It was so good. It's one of it's weird to say, but it might be one of my favorites of the year just because it's so light, it's so funny. It doesn't need anything from you. There's no homework. There's no like, how is this going to set up the multiverse? Or is this is about like the trauma of my ancestors or anything? This is just go and have a good time.
Yeah, like, it's literally, you don't need to know a thing. Like, you can just, like, as soon as you see Liam Neeson, like, take, in a little scout girl's outfit, you're in for a good time. So
That's a good movie. And I think what's also, before we wrap up, what's also nice is like you can watch this with your parents.
Yeah.
Because they grew up with that generation of comedy.
Yeah. Like, they'll appreciate every joke. Like,
it's a comedy movie like we just haven't had for like 40 years or something.
Yeah.
Delightful. Great. All right. Well, I think that's it. Good movie. Very
perfect. Nice. Go watch again. Go watch it again. Go watch it while the cinemas are full, theaters are full. Like, you need to be with people to watch
it. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed our discussion, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Are you excited for more Naked Gun movies and more Liam Neeson comedies? Let us know.
Please let us know. Give us your thoughts.
I'm Vin. You can find me on Blue Sky, Vin Writes Words.
I am Cam. You can find me on Twitter at Cam and Film.
And be sure to follow thecosmiccircus.com on Blue Sky and at My Cosmic Circus, where you can find more reviews, articles, editorials, and opinions like the ones you just watched. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Great. That was fun.
Waving for far too long there, but...
And special thanks to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see even more videos and extended content, please subscribe at the link in the description.
Thank you.
I was like, maybe I should just cancel this one, say I don't want to do it. But then I was like, maybe I'll just see the movie. And I thought I was going to fall asleep. I was so tired. Yeah. I walk into this movie and I'm just like...
yeah, like it definitely wakes you up. Like,
I was so happy and excited. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Right, thanks, man. See you next time.
Bye. See you later.